I'm Beatrice Girmala, Assistant Chief of the Los Angeles Police Department and Director of the Office of Special Operations. As you know, we live in complex times. Even though we like to think of our workplaces as places of safety and security, that is not always the case. We also have to be aware of our surroundings wherever we are. This could mean while we're at the movies, shopping, at school, or even while worshiping. Sometimes individuals who have a grudge or people who are unstable can become threats in the workplace or elsewhere. When these people are armed with guns, we refer to them as active shooters. Although it's unlikely to ever happen to you, you should be prepared and know what to do if an active shooter ever shows up at your place of work, or even if you think one might be there. This information is applicable to everyone, including persons with disabilities and individuals with access and functional needs. There are 3 basic things you should do if you ever find yourself in an active shooter situation. Run, meaning to flee the scene, evacuate, or get away immediately. Hide, meaning to get someplace where the shooter can't see or hear you. Or fight, meaning to do everything you can to hurt, hinder, or stop the shooter. If there's ever an active shooter in your workplace, act immediately. Choose your best option and do it. The time to think about these options and to be prepared is now, before such a situation ever arises. Your first clue that there is an active shooter could be the sound of gunshots or a warning from a coworker. In that case, your most ideal response is to evacuate the premises, get out, and get to a safe location. Ideally, you should always know of at least 2 different ways to get out, no matter where you are. Accessible exits may be limited, so individuals with disabilities or access and functional needs should always plan ahead. If you think there is an active shooter, get yourself out first, even if others with you are hesitant to do so. Help others to get out if it is safe to do so, and guide other people to safety if you can. Leave all non-essential belongings behind. Use visual clues or gestures to assist people who may not be able to hear you. If police or security guards are nearby, keep your hands visible. Follow the instructions of any law enforcement or first responders. Do not attempt to move wounded people. Again, your first option is get out. Once you are safely away from the situation, contact 911 to report what you know. If you can't get out, your second option is to hide. Finding a hiding place which is outside of the shooter's area of view, preferably a room with a lock on the inside of the door. Individuals with disabilities or access and functional needs may need assistance hiding. Once you are inside, lock the door, and if possible, barricade it with large items such as cabinets or desks. Remain quiet and silence cell phones and printers. Turn off anything that is making a sound, such as a television or radio. Turn off any lights and hide behind large items. Help anyone who needs assistance to hide to the best of their ability. If you can't run and you can't hide, your final option is to fight. In this case, you and the people who are with you need to commit to act as aggressively as possible. Arm yourself with anything that can be used as a weapon. Individuals with disabilities or access and functional needs should remember that wheelchairs and other medical equipment can be used as a weapon or as a distraction. Other weapons could be fire extinguishers, canes, crutches, letter openers, scissors, vases, telephones, chairs, and any heavy object. Do your best to hide from the attacker, and when he enters the room, hit him with everything you have. Don't hesitate. Be aggressive. Your life could depend on it. When first responders arrive, their priority will be to stop the shooter. Only after that is done will they help anyone who is injured. Be aware that there may be loud noises, such as explosions, yelling, and sirens that could trigger sensory issues or confusion. There may be officers in military-style gear. There may be smoke that obstructs vision or irritates the eyes and throat. Individuals may be pushed to the ground by law enforcement for their safety. Keep your hands where they are visible and don't make any sudden or threatening movements.
Keep going, go.
So let's review. Even though it is not likely that you will ever be faced with an active shooter situation, it could happen. Be prepared to do one of these things. Run, meaning get out. Hide, meaning don't be seen or heard. Fight, meaning do whatever it takes to stop the shooter. If you have any questions, the time to consult the management of your workplace is now, so that you can be ready for the worst if it ever becomes necessary to act to protect yourself.